In this short video, I will give a quick introduction of trigonometry and we start the course. What is trigonometry? Trigonometry is the study of triangles. And we will look at relationships between angles and side length of triangles and beyond. Trigonometric functions, including sine, cosine, tangent, cotangent, secant, and cosecant. You have heard 6 names. Yes, they are a set of 6 functions that are functions of angles. So angles play a very important role. It is fundamental in trigonometry. What are angles? So we're going to look at very basic fact about an angle and how to measure an angle and how to see whether they're positive or negative. So we will today look at the degree measure of an angle. So let me share screen. So here in this picture, you see an angle. So this angle, first, we have an initial side, and then terminal side. And there is a vertex. As you can see, both the initial side and terminal sides, there are 2 rays share a common endpoint. So that is what we call vertex. Now we have an angle. So for the second picture, initial side and terminal side, right? The 2 rays has the common endpoint. That is what we call vertex. But what's the difference? We want to differentiate the 2 angles because you see from initial side to terminal side, this first angle going counterclockwise. And we define this as a positive angle. The second angle from initial side to terminal side is going in the direction of clockwise. And we call it a negative angle. So the 2 angles, they are different because from initial side to terminal side, one is counterclockwise, one is clockwise. So one is a positive angle, the other is a negative angle. Now, how do we measure? So we use degree measure. Degree. Now, a complete rotation. Now, what you see here, we start from initial side, and then after a complete rotation, here, the terminal side is back to the same position, right? So we have a complete rotation. This complete rotation results in a 36-degree angle. So if a complete rotation measures a 360-degree angle, then what is 1 degree? Yeah, so 1 degree is much smaller. How small? It is a fraction of this complete rotation. So 1 degree is 1 over 360 of a complete rotation. Correct. Now, what if we have here a different angle? So let's try to think of another. Suppose I have initial side to terminal side, and this vertex is here, and I do half of a complete rotation. So if a complete rotation is 360, then half of the complete rotation will be 180-degree angle. So here, yeah, what you see is from initial side to terminal side. A 90-degree angle. So from this initial to the terminal side, suppose we're doing counterclockwise, so we get a positive angle, then that will be 1/4 of a complete rotation. So a quarter of a complete rotation, that is called 90-degree angle. Okay, so now we have several familiar angles. And this 1 degree, right, it's only 1 over 360 of a complete rotation. Now we can define angles. That way we can, for some special angles like acute angle or obtuse angle, right? So those are just special angles. So if you have an angle that is between 0 and 90 degree, and we call it an acute angle. That means acute angle must be a positive angle and less than 90 degree. Obtuse angle. Obtuse angle is an angle that is bigger than 90-degree angle. It is bigger than 90, but less than 180. So an obtuse angle. So if you want to visualize such an angle, let's draw one. What is the acute angle? So for the acute angle, let's think of an angle that is less than 90 degree. For example, from this. So here, this is an acute angle. And obtuse angle, it is, okay, from initial, but it's bigger than 90 degree. However, it must be less than 180. So here we get an obtuse angle. All right, you get some intuitive understanding of these terms.